I love Pikachu. I like how it looks like they put so much extra detail into Pikachu.
They wanted to. This is the mascot? Alright, it's fucking gonna be the best one. Alright, now we're back. Welcome everybody.
Time for more grinding and whining.
More whinging. Whinging about the horrible state that is Blizzard company I love so much.
Oh.
We're not done. This is episode 2. I finally found what I want to talk about. So we covered where mounts are.
Yeah.
We covered the state of how, you know, the microtransactions with
that game are.
Well, not so much of with WoW and with how just absolute trash Diablo Immortal is. Like, I'm out. I don't care. Fuck that game and fuck Blizzard for making it. That's the end of it. I can't wait to see the game flop. It's not going to, because there are people that, again, they just get to play it on Twitch and people pay them, so they don't have to spend most of their own money to. It's such a shit way, and anybody that plays that game and spends money on it in any way, regardless of how you're doing it, you are part of the problem. That's it. That's all. That's the end. You don't get a chance to refute that, so you can't have a rebuttal. I'm not going to let you have one because you don't get to have one. You are part of the problem. That's the end of the conversation. The next one would have to be, you look at things. Is that a Badoo?
Oh, I already have a Badoo. Okay.
Didn't pay attention. You have one. Overwatch is the best way to say, or is the best way to point out how Blizzard knew how to do microtransactions, because it's all cosmetic. Nothing. You don't get a stronger gun. You don't get a stronger, hammer. You don't get a stronger melee attack. You just look different. Your alt looks different.
No,
some people
the
do
alt
say
doesn't even look different. It's the voice lines. They changed the voice lines for some of the skins.
Alt looks different. Hanzo.
Oh yeah.
Hanzo gets wolves.
Yeah,
and as somebody pointed out, the wolves are actually bigger than the dragons.
They are.
So I guess Hanzo's the only exception to that, where if you get the wolf skin, you get a
bigger hitbox.
That's about it. Bigger hitbox for your puppies instead of dragons. But it's still not an egregious boost to your power. Everything just looks good. Everything looks different. And I've never seen somebody with a different skin on Overwatch and thought, oh man, they're clearly a better player because they have that skin.
No, you just think that they have way more time on their hands. Like me, I have everything unlocked in that stupid fucking game.
I've also been playing since day one.
I have. Well, no, I didn't. Yes, I technically have been playing since beta, but there was that time where, when I first moved into you, I didn't play for like a year. Like, I barely played that game.
That is true.
But that's also because I already had everything unlocked.
And they weren't really putting anything neat in there.
They weren't. Like, I still play during the events. Like, I'm playing during the remix event still. But just to get the skins that I don't have.
I got myself a new Reaper skin with that, the vampire. But either way, that's neither nor there. That's microtransactions done in a proper, healthy way, where you get these gacha games, these Fate Go style gacha games. It is the worst. And that's it.
Or Fate Go and Genshin. There we go. I was trying to remember what the name was.
Waifu Simulator?
Yeah, Waifu Simulator.
I don't play either. I don't care. I used to play Fate Go. I got out of that, thank God, after almost missing rent because I became a whale and I was one of those. Instead of a Saudi prince, I'm the street rat. I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
And learned my lesson, deleted it. And that's the end of that shit. But either way, there's ways to go about doing it, and now they're just doing it wrong. They're intentionally doing it wrong because they just don't care. That's what people need to understand now, is Blizzard doesn't care about you at all.
I don't think they've cared since Wrath. Maybe even Cataclysm?
I'd say Cataclysm. Cataclysm was probably the beginning of the end. There's a lot of people. A lot of people like to use Wrath as the poster child of how good the game was, and what a lot of people don't realize is what made that particular expansion good wasn't just the story, it's the accessibility for other people. And there are certain creators that bitched and moaned and whinged and made a big deal out of something that absolutely was not a problem. It didn't affect them in any fucking way. And that, I'm going to call out, again, Asmongold. I respect him. He has good points. You know, he joked about how he's never had a bad take. No, fam, this is a bad take. This is one of your probably worst takes you've ever had, and are part of the problem here. Where
wasn't part of his complaint about that is because you were getting like new people who didn't know the raid in raids.
That, and even then, yes, I get that. That sucks, but you know what? We had LFR.
Yeah.
They could just go to LFR.
They could.
If you are part. So my thing has always been. Oh, we got the other mascot here. What do you want, bud?
Hi, baby boy.
Come here. Come here. You're mine now. I got you. So one of his, you know, his complaints were like, oh, these new people that get gear, it was the badge system. Really, is what it boiled down to.
Okay.
Did not like the badge system of Wrath. Why? How? If you can explain to me how that hurt you, because if you are in a raiding guild, if you are in a mythic raiding guild, I don't think mythic was there at the time, a heroic raiding guild, right?
Yeah,
you do something beyond normal, congratulations. These badges don't affect you at all, ever. You still earn the badges. You can still go buy the same gear, normal gear, that these assholes are buying that you're bitching about. But you also have your heroic gear on top of it. So you're still better than they are. You still have better gear than they have. You still show it because you get a different alternate color pattern that may have a misting effect to it or a ghost effect to it that just looks unique and better. The badges and people buying normal gear did not affect the elite players. And elite players bitched and complained and whinged until Blizzard said, oh, you're right. We don't need that anymore. We're not going to have the badge system. You can have LFR gear. That's it.
Which really sucks because I didn't start playing until Wrath, so I didn't even really get that much experience of what that was.
But again, no, it didn't hurt anyone at all. At all. It benefited people. It gave people accessibility, and it made people feel like they're actually doing something and progressing in the game, and that was fine. That did nothing wrong, hurt no one. It got ruined because, again, elitist piles of ass, opinionated elitist pricks bitched and complained and had it taken away. Same, and PvP system. Oh my god.
I tried PvP in Wrath and
Cataclysm.
I couldn't get into it, so I never went back.
Cataclysm was peak PvP. Peak PvP was in Cataclysm. I don't care. Don't at me. I had a Warlock in PvP. It was the first time and only time I played a Warlock. It was hilarious. I won. Again, you get badges, you get points, you can just go buy the gear you need for PvP. So I did. I had a fully geared out Cataclysm Worgen Warlock. I had so much fun with that game because essentially people would... My best example is this dude that wanted to one-on-one. Calling for one-on-ones outside of Stormwind. Come on and take me on, you'll never win. Putting gold down to fight people. Okay, fine. Cataclysm, they introduced the system of diminishing return. That's what it was. So if you they had what? Stuns, fears, roots and snares.
Yeah.
I believe were the same thing. So stunning someone was different than fearing someone, which was different than snaring someone or whatever. And so as a warlock, and because what used to be the thing is priests and warlocks, they would just fear you into oblivion. And because there was no diminishing return, you're feared for 5 seconds. Their thing that caused the fear would be off cooldown by the time that 5 seconds was up, so they just fear you again, and fear you again, and fear you again, and you were stuck like that. Same thing with rogues. If they sapped you, it was over.
Yeah.
You're just getting stabbed to death. They're gonna keep you locked in stuns, and you're done.
I never PvP'd versus rogues. I tried my very best to go out of my way to avoid them.
Diminishing returns help fix that. You could only do that, what, 2-3 times before I'm just completely immune to your sap. Till I'm immune to your fear. You can't do anything about it. Well, because a stun and a fear are two different things, as a Warlock, I had 1v1 PvP in the bag. Simply, I started out immediately with a fear. Immediately with fear. Now I'm sitting there, I'm casting, I've brought up all my little imps or whatever. I did the implosion and sitting there doing that. And as soon as your fear runs out, I stun you with the because I ran what the hell is that big guy? Big dude with the big axe. Oh, I can't remember what they're called. Doomguard. I had a Doomguard. So I'd throw a Doomguard, he'd throw his axe, and that's it. That's a stun. That's not a fear, that's a stun. So that's a different diminishing return.
Yeah.
Cool. That entire duration of that stun removes the diminishing return from the fear that I just put on them. So they can be feared again for the full duration.
Oh my god. That sounds horrible to go against.
And now that I think about it, I swapped it. I started with a stun because the Doomguard could charge you and stun.
Yeah.
So it was charge, stun, summon my imps, start throwing stuff at him. As soon as that's done, I fear him. Same thing, keep whittling him down. They come out of the fear, I stun them again by using the Doomguard's axe throw. After they throw the axe, again, diminishing return for fear is off. I can fear them one more time, and by then, they're dead. That pissed off a lot of people. I had a ton of fun, because if you found a way around it, you could still win. But for me, again, it was the gearing. Easy to gear. It's not the best gear. The best gear was locked behind getting ranked. You have to get ranked. You have to get better gear. It's basically the normal raid gear versus the heroic raid gear. And I couldn't get the heroic raid gear because I didn't care enough about PvP to want to go run in there, and think I had the biggest dick, knowing damn well I'm not good enough at PvP to do that. I'm gonna walk in there, put that on the table, and there's gonna be somebody, a priest or a warrior, who's gonna laugh at me, and they're gonna break the table in half with what they got. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to have a little fun, a little bit of fun in PvP. I can get my gear, I can get weapons, I can get trinkets, I can get whatever. And they're like, no, we don't want to do that. We're taking away PvP vendors. Fuck you. Okay. I guess. Not playing anymore. That was the end. Never got to play it again. And then it just got worse and worse and worse, and the gearing got worse and worse and worse, and the story got worse and worse and worse. And then we are where we are now.
I don't want to talk about the story. I'm mad about the story.
Where we have years of lore built up on, a race of characters, and we just shit on them because one dude was about to get fired, so he wanted to just destroy and do as much damage on the way. He's the guy that takes a shit in the urinal when he's fired. That's the kind of guy he is. Is the best way to put that. Are you gonna fire me? Okay, I'll show you what's up. Ugh, just destroys the game. I mean, the game is already being destroyed. They have terrible writing, they have terrible culture.
Yeah, but of everything, I never thought that they would ever just completely light on fire the lore of an entire race, and the race that I play nonetheless. Like, I'm so fucking upset.
Shit on whatever they can on the way out the door. They're burning down everything around them. They don't care, they never cared. And that's, and we have the state of the game the way that it is now. It's really funny. Like, you talk a lot of shit for somebody who's just not gonna play it. No, I'm not. Why do you care? Because it's something I used to enjoy.
I've invested a lot of time and money into that game. Are you fucking kidding me?
Like, am I not supposed to be upset when something I once enjoyed was destroyed because people are pieces of shit? Because they're greedy? Because they're stupid? Because they have some kind of agenda or something to prove?
I mean, it would be a little bit different if it's like, Because Blizzard fans, they legitimately have a lot of stuff to complain about and a lot of stuff to be mad about, specifically around Diablo and World of Warcraft. But then, you know, the complete opposite, where there's the this is super hypocritical because of the game I'm playing. The Pokemon fan base. I fucking hate the Pokemon fan base. Because the Pokemon fan base is never fucking satisfied with anything that they get, and there's always something that's never good enough, or like, you know, because you go from Pokemon Go to the new Pokemon games that they're coming out with. It's like, oh, why don't you have these Pokemon? Or why don't you, you know, add this to Pokemon Go, or put this back to how it was? And like, because. Why? Because you liked it? Maybe somebody else is like, I like how they have the 3-hour community days. I don't want to fucking sit and play a game for 6 hours and not get anything. I'm fine with, you know, it's like, okay, I played for 3 hours, I'm done. Okay, well, what about the people that work during the community day? I'm like, they're usually on a Saturday. You know how many people were working on the community days when they were 6 hours? I was one of those people when I worked retail. I could almost never do a community day unless I requested it off specifically, because I was working. It's just, because there's a difference between the Blizzard fans. They're allowed to be mad.
I mean, anyone's allowed to be upset for the game that they have going, but are your complaints and criticisms actually, like, every complaint is a valid complaint, but does it actually make sense? Can you give a specific reason as to why it's ruining or hurting something? Truly. Then, fine. I'll hear you out, I'll see what you have to say about it, but if your complaint is just, well, I feel it's unfair, get fucked. That is not a reason to bitch and complain about it. Having something, again, this is going back to what I said, having something removed because you feel it's unfair, when it's not hurting you or anyone else or the community in any way, you're a bitch. Plain and simple. You're a little bitch. You will always be a little bitch. Nothing's going to change that. You were born a bitch. You will die a bitch, and no one will mourn you. And that is what it is when it comes to that. All we can do is either say I'm not going to play it, which is exactly what I did. I started playing Final Fantasy. I started playing other games that interested me more. I got out of the MMO thing because it was all trash. Final Fantasy was the only one that was doing any good, so that's the one I decided to play.
It's still doing good. It's just, I haven't played Final Fantasy.
Nobody has. I mean, people have, but we haven't.
No, we haven't.
We have other things going on, other life, important bullshit that we have to do that we can't do. I still love Luciana, looking like Gluttony from Full Metal. Can I eat him? No, stop it. Not everything is food.
I'm excited to see my Diana.
Yes. I know what my Diana looks like.
Oh, that's right, you do, because you evolved her in your game.
Yes, level 18, you get a my Diana. She... some of these evolutions.
Yeah.
Hey, I do like how the final evolutions for the Dustox and Beautifly and Butterfree, they all look really elegant. And then you have Beedrill that's just like, fuck, I'm ready to go. Let's go. Looks like Beedrill looks like somebody that wants to go out and run for fun.
Oh,
there's no such thing. Those are two words that don't go together. Is fun and run. If I'm running, you better start running as well because there's something chasing me.
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel about running. I mean, people who run for fun have some sort of mental psychosis.
No, usually they're actually really happy. A lot of the people that I know that actually exercise much more regularly than I do are very happy. And
I don't mind exercising. I don't understand the point of running, especially, well, specifically on a treadmill actually, because that's actually really bad for your back.
And people say it's bad for your back, bad for your knees, bad for this, bad for that.
Running
I still do cardio. It's important. get that blood flowing to the muscles, etc., etc. But I'm not a health expert. Do not take what I say with a, you know, any kind of actual
Let's see if I can make it back before
seriousness. Oh no, you're gonna die.
Think so?
Well, open up your menu.
Not bag. Gosh darn it. It's funny because I have antidotes.
Yeah, you'll make it.
How much damage does it do every time?
1.
Oh, well then yeah, I'm fine. It's like 1 damage every 3 steps or something like that.
I honestly don't know.
What's funny is I think I have a crap ton of potions, but I keep going back to the Pokemon Center.
Because you're that person.
I can't help it. It is such a habit. I don't even think about.
I'd say keep them because you're gonna need them because the
Yeah.
sheer number of
Oh, yeah,
Pokemon
yeah.
inside the what do
Mount
you want to
Moon?
call that thing? Yeah, the
Yeah.
sheer volume of Pokemon inside of Mount Moon. You're gonna be there for a while.
That's a good point. I think I'm almost to the point where I'd probably be comfortable going to the gym.
If you want to give it a shot, do you have anybody that has a? I mean, yeah, you have confusion, so you don't have to worry about too many of the rock moves. But like this is not gonna serve you any good. Like Spinner ain't gonna help you.
Oh no, I know.
Charmander ain't gonna help you. You're gonna be relying on. Oh, who the hell do you have in your team again? Yeah, you don't even know. So we'll wait till you see.
I have Ralts. And
Does Poochyena
I
have Bite?
Pidgey. No, Poochyena does not have Bite yet.
You are dick.
I chose like the worst party for the first gym.
You are not. You are going to.
What level does Poochyena learn Bite?
I don't know. Oh, you have Mankey though. Does Mankey have Karate Chop?
No, she still has Low Sweep. Which, I mean, against Geodude and Onyx.
Against any rock type, Mankey's gonna be the thing that almost saves you. You're still gonna lose. By all means, we can stop this grind. 10 minutes still, and people have had having to deal with 2 episodes now of grinding. Just one of the episodes, I was going off.
I mean, more like an episode and a half of you going off.
I can't.
Pikachu. Yeah, I got low quick. Low quick. Yep, I have low quick. Oh god, making missed. Okay. That sucks. I love Pikachu. I like how it looks like they put so much extra detail into Pikachu.
They wanted to. This is the mascot? Alright, it's fucking gonna be the best one. Triple the amount of actual stuff that goes onto any Pokemon.
I am
Make him
planning
look
on
like a rock
evolving.
star.
I am planning on evolving my Pikachu.
Just to see what it looks like?
Well, that and why would you not evolve Pikachu? After, cause like, what's one of the last moves that Pikachu learns?
I don't know. All I know is what my Pikachu has always had 90% of actually. Yeah, all but one move was a TM. Because what? You're gonna get Slam and Thunderbolt, and then
Which is technically
Iron Tail.
better than Thunder, right? Because Thunder's accuracy kind of sucks.
Yes, Thunder's accuracy is ass. So it's you're not gonna get many moves from having a Pikachu. It's easier just to get the Raichu. Get it low level, that way its stats are monstrous when it levels up, and you're done.
I wonder what the Raichu looks like.
I haven't gotten that far.
Have you evolved your Mankey yet?
No, still not. I've gotten the Bugs and Poochyena and Pidgey and Charmander.
Okay. But Pidgey's only Pidgeotto, right?
Yes. Believe it's 36.
That sounds right. I will switch around my party a little bit, heal, and give the gym a shot.
I do know the first kid is gonna have a ground type, not a rock type.
Oh. Okay.
He's Sandshrew. And I believe it's still only Sandshrew.
Okay.
So you can use Ralts, Spinner, really anybody. Just if you use Spinner, you can't use Poison Sting. You have to use Constrict.
Yeah,
Which will do the
doesn't even
same
do that
fucking
much
damage.
Yeah. That's why I don't usually keep friggin' bug Pokemon in my party after I evolve into their final evolution, because after that they're just...
Other than that, you just gotta give it time. They're powerful. Spinneret's a powerhouse.
The only one that I personally had, you know, something that, you know, was a powerhouse for me was Butterfree, because it learns psychic moves.
Mm-hmm. Spinner, no psychic moves at level 40.
At level 40? Yeah, you just gotta get it there first.
Yeah, that's how it is with everybody. You just gotta start it. Our nerd.
Yes.
Fucking nerd!
Oh, but
Elegance.
you got,
Elegance and beauty.
Absolute beauty, and then another absolute beauty, and I'm just gonna skip Weedle really quick. And then Butterfree, who is honestly, out of all of them, my favorite so far. And then there's Weedle.
That's not Weedle.
Or Beedrill.
Huh? Again, Beedrill. Looks like they want to go, you know, exercise regularly. Come on, let's go!
Is at the gym at 4 in the morning at open every single day.
Princess Bidoof.
Yes, Princess Bidoof was not in our original episodes because we did not come across Princess Bidoof.
That is true. That is true.
I am hoping that we come across a Barabelle so I don't have to evolve Bidoof because I want to see if it turns from a princess into an absolute queen.
Yas queen. I don't know. It's just gonna be our HM slave though.
Absolutely. And then little
Spoink.
Spoink.
Again, if it doesn't stop moving, it will die.
Yes. But I think everything else has been shown.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's my Baneri. Slowly leveling her up to eventually evolve her. 'Cause
Christ.
one of these times I'm gonna come back and she's gonna be a bun. And then for the memes I will put her in a party with a bunch of fighting type Pokemon like we talked about.
Not just fighting type Pokemon. We're gonna have to get a bunch of Machamp.
Just a group of Machamp. Do I get anything from going to
No,
the
we
museum?
can't. No, the meme's dead. Because you're not red anymore.
We can still do it.
The meme's dead. You're not red, it doesn't.
I don't remember. Do I get anything from going into the museum?
No.
Okay. I know there's an item behind it, isn't there?
Nope. It's the old amber and you need to have cut to get it. You know, something that's old and amber. Ancient. You're sure you can take me to town?
Never gonna stop?
Alright, let's get happening. First just
Oh,
fast.
sorry.
No, it's too
I'm
late. No,
reading it.
meme's done. You go.
Okay. Sorry, I read fast. Alright, I'm pretty sure I put my thing in front of my party.
Stop right there, kid. You're 10,000 light years from facing Brock. Okay.
First of all, I'm pretty sure you're younger than I am.
He's a camper. His name's Liam. The Geodude.
Oh my
Looks like a
God.
sheep.
She kind of does look like a sheep, actually.
Alright, low kick.
I don't know if I can see that as a Geodude.
It looks like a sheep. It will always look like a sheep, but that's the Geodude.
The only reason I didn't kill her is because she used defense curl. Just rolling into a little tiny ball.
Oh look, the Geodude. Fainted. You know exactly what I'm
I do, and you know what? I do. And I'm gonna put it on here.
Amora, yes, rock ice.
Uh,
Fighting is going to be
Okay.
quad effective.
Okay. Well, she's just fucking precious.
She looks like she is going to be on a talent show soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Powdered snow. That's fine. You can go to the run out of here. Go Pokemon Center. Player defeated Camper Liam. Darn! Light years isn't time, measures distance. Yeah. Yes it does.
Give the kid a break. He's probably like 8.
He's so excited to let us know about distance and that light years.
Which is
Can I
just
show you the
funny.
picture I drew? Can I show you the picture I drew? Sure. We'll just pretend that you have to pretend that you're proud of them for figuring it out. Good job, Billy.
Which is funny to think about that they have like these little kids as trainers to battle in a gym. So I'm like, shouldn't you be in school? Why aren't you here?
Maybe not. Maybe he's 18. I'm sorry.
Actually, that just makes me think about it's like, well, because Ash is 10,
He's been 10 for the last
20 years.
10 to 20.
So, but like when you're 10 when you go out on your Pokemon adventure.
You know what?
So
For
you're
$45
like-
Brock, we should make it the next episode.
Oh yeah. Well, looks like they'll have to wait to see me get my ass kicked. Until next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, that's gonna get us fired.
Maybe.
I want to be the best there ever was, to beat all the rest. Yeah, that's my